Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Trade with Em today. If you're enjoying these videos, please like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of any new videos. It really helps me to know that you're out there, and thanks for your support. Okay, let's dive into it. So this is the weekend update, Saturday 25th of July 2026. It's the honest trader's view on the world. I'm not into Lamborghinis or, quick profits. This is about long-term discipline, long-term mental, psychological awareness, but mainly the discipline in terms of your own trading and risk management. That's what makes the difference, and that's what keeps you in this game a long time. Okay, so it's the weekend update, and what I tend to do at the weekend is just clear off all the data that we've got on our charts, and basically we start again. So let's have a look what we've got going on. So we've got pound yen bullish. Okay, pound yen. So we've not had pound yen bullish for some time. So let's have a look where we would put this baby. I closed off all my trades on Friday afternoon. I'll just explain. Actually, we'll go back to that. So the Euro Aussie was in a slight profit. I might get back into this trade this week. And Euro Singapore was probably about 1 hour when you look at that. But it took till Friday afternoon basically to get us there, which was a little bit frustrating, but it is what it is. It's July, so you find that volume will reduce naturally as the institutions take some holiday. Right, okay, so pound yen is bullish. Let's have a look where we are on the relative OPRs. Pound yen. So these are provided by Harmony Technologies, and you can have the email. This is my layout, but you can have the email structured exactly how you want it. If you want the link to Harmony Technologies, I don't get paid anything for this, but you can see the link in the description to this video. So bullish, neutral FXSI, and plus 15. Okay, so we'll start a new box for the relative OPRs because it's a new week. Would we still say, we'll get rid of that because that was a trade idea, I didn't trade it. I said there was a lighthouse on the 1 hour, is that still holding? Yeah, okay, no, that wasn't. Oh, maybe I meant this one, which actually would have still been in play, but it's not gone anywhere, has it? So, we don't need this anymore, it's irrelevant. So yeah, let's clean our charts. Let's have a look at the line chart. Yeah, from that we can see that that's more of a level, isn't it? When you look at it. So you could argue that that we've just left this squeeze play type formation. I'm going to put a horizontal here where the fractal is because I want I want it to notify me when it gets to this level. I want an alert because, and this is how I do this, so I want it to tell me when it's crossing up the pound yen because that's where I would look at it. Because that's where the fractal is. So depending on what the Gator lines are doing, and obviously the relative OPRs, so they're moving in the right direction, but we'd have to get up to this fractal in order for me to be interested, but potentially you could sell it up to there, buy it up to there, sorry. Okay, let's have a look. Pound Swiss, mildly bearish with a very bullish chart. And this is why we've had no OPR for quite some time. So it's not tradable really. Let's just see. Pound Swiss, bearish, neutral. Okay, that's becoming more bearish and plus 91, so that's not. It's still going to stay there because we've got the relative OPR and the moving average which match, but we don't have the OPR. Okay, that's that one. Euro yen. And here we have the euro yen. So again, we've got a little bit of an opening perhaps on the euro yen. Let's just see what's going on. Bullish, bullish, and plus 9. Okay, so not. I didn't take this trade. This was a trade idea, but we would need that to get above 35. It was a trade idea because of this kangaroo tail here, but no dice, and it's slightly in a loss at the moment. Let's get rid of that because that was just an idea. But we're above the point of interest, so yeah, we can look at that. But that is going to go in our second box down. Actually, where's the moving average? Yeah, that can go down there as well. Okay, Euro Swiss. We still got this same scenario going on here, where we don't have the relative OPR. So bearish, neutral, and plus 80. Yeah, the relative OPR is out of sync. That was last week, all bullish on the relative OPRs. This was a 4-hour kangaroo tail, which, yeah, it's trading within that now, so it's not great. But it was. I just noticed it. It is a actually, I tell a lie. It's not a valid kangaroo tail. Let's just see. It is 19.7 roughly. I could zoom in on that, but I think I'm going to find that this one, 19.7. Yeah, no, it's not big enough, so get rid of that. It has to be that the kangaroo tail has to be a bigger candle than the previous 6, and it isn't for it to work. For it to be considered as a signal. Euro Singapore, that was the one we had a trade on. Doing really well. I would like to trade that again, so maybe trade it on a pullback. I don't think it'll pull back to there, but anyhow, let's just see the long term. It's definitely going down to this level here somewhere. Let's just have a look if we have a level that we could identify, and we do. So it's around about there. I'm going to get rid of that because I took the profit at 1 hour because I have to close out my trades on my prop account on a Friday. So hence why I did that. Now then, what can we say? So I guess what we'd quite like to do is for it to just retrace up to this point. Sorry, that needs to be blue because it's not confirmed. And then potentially we'd have another trade, basically all the way down to there. That could work. We'll look out for that this week. Okay, so, oh sorry, let's have a look at the numbers. I think it's 96 still. 96, yeah. So good relative OPR numbers, everything else lines up, we just need a bit of price action and we're off to the races. Singapore, CAD yen. CAD yen. Where are we? Are we in moving average? average across? No, we're not. See the pattern here? All yen pairs. So we've got a box, sorry, a channel, and that's the centre of the channel. What we basically, we've only got 43% correlation. I didn't realise that was quite so low. Let's have a look at CAD yen. Neutral, plus 92. Okay, interesting, because it was low, look. Plus 92. Yeah, so I'd say on balance, that is... Let's just have a look at the top of that channel each time it's touched. Okay, it's only had 2 touches. Yeah, to be honest, it's not a great channel, is it? Let's have a look at if we've got any more. No, we haven't. Well, so definitely going up to there. I don't know about after that. CAD Swiss, probably down here, yes. Let's have a look if we're still... Doesn't come much more bullish than that, even though the OPR is bearish. Let's have a look, CAD Swiss. Bearish plus 88, yeah. Even those have gone up. Plus 88. Anyway, I wouldn't comment on that. It's not something we trade right now. Aussie CAD. Do you like an Aussie CAD trade? Let's have a look. We're on a moving average cross as well. Let's just check that one is. No, I didn't think it was. That one can go down there. This one, however, is beautiful. That trade did not work. What happened? Yeah, it was this one. So I lost 1 hour on that, but I took half the risk, so it was not a big deal. Get rid of that. So I thought it was going to reach the top of the box, but it did not. It fumbled about on the moving average a little while. Let's just have a look where our Aussie CAD, our relative OPR is. Bullish, plus 38. Oh, we would be on for a trade on that because we've got more than 35 on the relative OPR. So that could very, very well give us a Gator signal. Now, interestingly, so that's an interesting point. Let's just have a look at it on the 1 hour. Could we get a 1 hour Gator out of this dude? Maybe. Potentially it'll dip back down in the Asian session tomorrow night. Come back up, give us a signal, give us a 1 hour cross, give us a 4 hour cross. And then we'd be looking to go long to at least there, possibly the top of the box. Top of the box would be ideal. Aussie New Zealand. Okay. Interesting. This hasn't been on the radar for quite some time. So that was, sorry, let me just double check where the moving average is. 1 hour is in our favour, 4 hour. Ooh. Yeah, we would absolutely have to have that going on, but we're going to leave it in the moving average cross box. I'm going to get rid of that because I don't like too many lines. I'm going to get rid of that because that was a while ago, and I'm going to get rid of that. I don't even know. It was probably somewhere over there. Sorry, I should have kept that. Okay, let's have a look at the relative OPR. Sorry, it's plus 38. Plus 38, and it wants to be in blue. So, again, tradable on the Aussie. Aussie Swiss down here in our lines up box. Let's just see what relative OPR we've got on that. neutral plus 48. So it's getting more bullish, even though we've still got bearish OPRs. We've got bullish relative OPRs. So it's correct in that box, and that's where it's going to stay. Aussie yen. Don't think we've had Aussie yen for a while either. So that does have the 4-hour moving average on its side, but it's not a moving average cross. Let's just see. Aussie yen. Bullish, bullish, plus 68. That's eminently tradable with a 75% correlation. But with the caveat, this, it would, for me, it would need to get above this. So we'll put that as our 4-hour point of interest. Let's just zoom out and I'll show you why. Because it's touched that level 1, 2, 3 times now. So we would want it to touch it and break it and probably come back down, retouch, and then that would be off to the races. That would be an ideal trade. Will it do it? We don't know. That's why we have to be patient. Dollar Singapore. Dollar Singapore. Bit too much going on this chart, isn't there? Let's have a look. So I thought it would do, from there, I thought it would do a move up. It kind of did, went halfway, so we'll just get rid of that because it's neither here nor there. Could we redraw this? Or actually, we probably want to now redraw it from there. Okay. But get rid of that because I don't know what that's on about at the moment. So let's just have a look at the relative OPR. Dollar Singapore plus 41. So bullish. So we can't say much about that, I'm afraid, and 57% correlation. Is it in the right box? So with relative OPR and the moving average cross, indeed it is. It does have a moving average cross, which is interesting. No OPR to match, so yeah. Swissy. Yeah, it's going to be here, and if you notice, again, the pattern, Swissy, 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 okay? We'll keep that, we'll lose that because that was the week before, and we want to make a note of where we stand right now. So the Swissy is bearish neutral plus 66. Interesting. We don't really have anything to say about that. Can't trade it because it doesn't line up. Yen, which is now bullish on OPRs. Remember when trading the yen that we're going to probably get some, intervention from the Japanese Treasury, which does this kind of thing. So let's move that up there as a reminder that we get these massive wicky candles which not only take out your stop, but they can annihilate your account. So probably not a great pair to trade. Swiss yen here. Sorry, let me just check that's in the right box. Yeah, it is. Swiss yen, do we have a moving average cross? Yes, we do. Okay, moving average cross on the Swiss yen. Let's get rid of all these potentially confusing lines. Let's see the pattern for what it is, the price action. Yeah, I don't really like the fact that it didn't take it upon itself to go bullish just there. instead, let's get rid of these. This almost feels heavy, doesn't it, that? Almost feels like it's coming back down to there. It's really tight up against that moving average. Okay, it needs to make a definitive move one way, preferably bullish, but bullish plus 40, let's just say, okay, so it's becoming more bullish than it has been of late. 40, okay, Kiwi Swiss. Again, let's look at the pattern, all the Swissy pairs. So let's have a look, Kiwi Swiss. At the bottom, yes, bearish plus 55. Not as bullish as it's been. I'm meant to pick up a text box there. Plus 55. It's not as bullish as it's been, but oh look, that kind of happened here. But anyway, we shall leave that. It's not tradable as far as I'm concerned, that. But everything aligns except the OPR. Kiwi yen. Kiwi yen. This is interesting. All our yen pairs. So the OPR, the MA, and let's have a look at the relative OPR. There, bullish, 100% interesting. Okay, you can't really deny that, can you? Plus 100. Let's see. Oh, that box is very tenuous, isn't it? We've got 2 touches on the bottom, but we've only got 1 on the top, and we failed to reach it just there. Yeah, I might reconsider that actually, that box. But anyway, it's bullish, very bullish. So let's give it, put it where it should be, which is up there. So, Euro Aussie. Let's just double check the Euro Aussie. Where are you? Euro Aussie. Ah, bet. So, for some reason we don't have. Well, we do. Let's see. 37%. Bearish on FXSI minus 48. Don't have the numbers on IG market, so it has to be put right back down there, unfortunately. Your pound, 37% again. Let's just have a look at the relative OPRs. There we go. Neutral, and minus 30. Yeah, we'd really want it to be minus 35 to take a trade on that, which we don't have at the moment, and we don't have the relative OPRs on IG markets either. Is that it? Gold and silver, both bearish. Bullish, on FXSI and plus 57. Ooh, so gold is plus 57. Plus 57. Silver is plus 55. Plus 55, what do we think it's going to do? Probably hit this level and go bullish. So we're just going to do that actually, because FXSI is an amalgamation of many brokers, so it's probably slightly more. Oops, sorry, my cat is sitting on the keyboard. What's going on? Yeah, we need to get a bit more information on those, but they're now bullish on FXSI, and FXSI is an amalgamation of various different brokers, so we could argue it's more reliable than IG markets. But yeah, interesting. Okay, right. Let's just look to those two, Euro and New Zealand. So now we just want this up just so that we can see those at a glance if we possibly can. Euro New Zealand, no dice for that at all. Weird. Obviously not loading. Aussie, Singapore. Aussie, Singapore, there is plus 48. Bullish. That kind of worked there, but is faulted at the... Actually, when you look at it, yeah, just gonna... I'd say more like it's gonna decide what it's gonna do at this line here. I don't know, that's just a feeling I've got, or we decide what it's doing. Pound CAD. Neutral, -4. -4. Alright, so it's less bearish on the relative OPRs with 55%. So I did suggest I wouldn't have taken it, and I didn't take it, but that was going to be an aggressive entry on. So we got a 1 hour displacement candle, 4 hour point of interest, then came a displacement candle, then came a retracement into that candle. Took out the fair value gap, but carried on a little bit. Would have blown that stop, but probably if you wanted a less aggressive entry, it would be there. But we could see how that trade continues on. I've not taken it, and I don't recommend you do. This is not for trade advice. We just keep our eye on things like that. All right. Canadian dollar, neutral, bullish, plus 25. Let's have a look on the 4 hour. I'll get rid of that because that was last week's. Plus 25. Got moving average cross on the 4 hour. Interesting. That's just there to remind me when we do get some OPR numbers that are favourable, we could potentially trade that. Sorry, what is that? Neutral. So bullish on FXSI and plus 25. Yeah, okay. Kiwi. No MA4 to go bearish yet. Let's have a look at the numbers. Neutral, -11, so less bearish. I don't know. I wish I did know, because I used to quite like trading that, but I'm not trading that now. Not enough data. EURCAD. But it's still on a little date with this level, so we're going to move that down to there now. See what's what. Pound New Zealand. Same def, really, isn't it? Let's have a look at the line chart, see if we can get a level. Do you want to be there? Probably there, actually. Yeah, so let's just see Pound New Zealand. Neutral, -96. Yeah, it's nowhere near tradable, hence why I'm a little bit blasé about it, but there you go. That's Pound New Zealand. New Zealand CAD. What do we got? Not a lot. Not that we don't have any numbers on there for that. Yeah. Aussie. In a channel, what numbers do we got on the Aussie? Neutral, neutral, minus 12. Bearish. Bearish numbers, but a bullish chart. Unless it's a bearish flag going on there, but we won't know about that for a while. Pound Aussie neutral plus 7. Oh, plus what? 72. Plus 72 on the pound Aussie. So we're at the bottom of our channel. Which we touched there, and there. We don't have the moving average for 4 hour. So I'm just going to put that in red to remind myself in case the OPRs turn in our favour. Oops. But no MA4. So have a look where the MA1 is, or MA1. Okay. Pound Aussie, so we would have to wait for that anyway. The pound. Neutral, neutral, minus 68. Yeah. Not enough things lining up. No OPRs. Euro. That was a kind of a trade idea, which would have been slightly in profit. Let's get rid of it. It's not very meaningful. Euro. Neutral, neutral, minus 69. Minus 69. Get rid of that. So, yeah, it's done a big fallout of this channel that it's been in. But probably just going to go down to this line. Let's give it a blue arrow. Just to show direction, but I wouldn't trade it at this moment in time. Pound Singapore. Neutral plus 23. Plus 23. We've actually got trendy kangaroo tail, not quite, pseudo trendy kangaroo tail off the 4 hour moving average, but those numbers are bullish. This is bullish. The chart is, the MA is bearish. The chart is bearish. So yeah, not enough things lining up on that one. I'm just going to go down these on the weekly chart just to see. So we'll get rid of those screens now because we want a little bit more, because sometimes you just get such an obvious indication of where you need to be on the weekly chart, or where you think you're going on the weekly chart. That one doesn't give us anything. That one, yeah, potentially it's that's why they're bullish again, isn't it? It's done its 3 weekly ding, 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 and now it's just a rather nice, as you say, that's a kind of a big shadow, a trendy big shadow, potentially. Swiss yen, no, still in the channel, big channel. Kiwi yen, yeah, it needs to reach this level here. Are we still happy with that level? Probably there. Except I would need to go down to a different time frame on that. Yeah. Maybe even slightly. Well, somewhere there anyway. If we were trading it, we'd be much more precise than that, but we're not. So let's get back to the weekly, because that's what we're looking at. And Nothing terribly interesting going on there. We'll get rid of that. That was an old trade ages ago. Get rid of that because that was prior to last week. What you can do is in TradingView you can just click the eye and hide the drawings. It just gives you. So we're sort of up against that level. I mean, it's a bullish chart, but yeah. Let's just look at this. Euro yen. Again, we'll get rid of the drawings. Okay. It's a weekly Gator, but it's not a great one. Okay, let's see the next one. Again, get rid of the drawings. Yeah. That was the one we traded. I traded anyway, sorry. I traded that last week successfully. I think like I said, I'd still try and get back into that trade. Let's have a look at CAD yen. Really nice weekly Gator signal. Look at that. So that is the level that we'd be looking at now for a yen trade. I'll just explain my rationale behind that. So you've got the Gator on the weekly, a really big, strong almost displacement candle. It's retraced, it's come up, it's given you a Gator signal. We've got the green moving average above the red one, so it's starting to sort itself out. Why I would put it up here is because of that fractal there. And if you go to the alligator video, you'll see, you'll see why the fractal is drawings. The fractal is basically a confirmation of the Gator, so we'll put that there. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Actually, what I'm just going to do is put a W on there for the weekly. Well, we'll put weekly, just to remind me to look at the weekly chart. So just a little bit of confirmation. Aussie yen. Again, I used to trade this I used to really happily trade this. It's alright, it just needs to get to that level. And let's have a look at this. Ooh. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? But not with the Japanese Treasury, unfortunately. Dollar Singapore. You could argue it's retraced, but then it's kind of broken its pattern, hence why you've got the change of character. No, that would be no trade. Gold. Ooh. Now remember this was like bullish, wasn't it? Which, yeah, I don't know about that. See, this was a kind of a bullish, it's the weekly, don't forget, it was kind of a bullish candle, but then we just hung around too long in the middle of that candle, so that basically negated the bullishness. But that would be something similar. Yeah, pound Swiss. So bullish. Maybe it's going to come and tag this moving average on the weekly. Let's have a quick look. That's a really bullish pattern. Again, is it going to come up to the moving average? That'd be interesting if they all do. Look at that. That's a Gator signal on the weekly, a really nice one. And look at that. It's just hit that fractal, but the problem is we don't have the OPRs to trade, so we can't do it. Oh, and that one has hit the weekly moving average and a fractal point. We didn't get a deep retrace on the Gator signal. but it's all setting itself up for a little flirt with the moving average on the weekly like this, and then potential drop. Okay. So we see again. Same. All of these Swissy pairs, same. Shame. Euro pound. That's being bearish, but maybe it's just in a retrace. Euro Aussie, yeah. If that, let's just see if we've got any drawings on that. If that reaches, yeah. If that reaches this point here, it's going to go all the way down to there, is my belief. Interesting, so that is probably going to grab some liquidity here, perhaps even wick down into the moving average, maybe. Aussie Singapore, we're above the moving average on a pair that's been traditionally bearish for quite some time, so it's interesting but not interesting enough. We're in a channel here, aren't we? Look at that, big. We're just going bearish. USDCAD, oh. Bearish, that's a guess. Okay. This was a weekly Gator signal. It really was actually as well. But it didn't have a deep retrace before it, which hurts. Hurts me to say that, because I would like to short that, but I'm not going to. EURCAD. EURCAD. Nah, so no, what is that doing? It's like it wants to come down to here in a big giant box, but alright, New Zealand, Japan, New Zealand, same, could be in a box. New Zealand CAD, just done a bounce off the moving average weekly, so if it goes strongly bearish now, that's the reason why. Aussie, ooh, interesting. Bullish according to the MA, but bearish according to the price action. So maybe it's going to come down and touch that moving average. Pound Aussie. Bearish. The pound in a big giant consolidation area on the weekly, if you want to look at it like that. But bearish to this level here. Looking at that, at least, and then following on from that, again bearish down to the moving average, possibly. Pound, Singapore. These are just like real broad ideas. It's in a channel, but no proper signal. Oh, XRP below the moving average on the weekly. What's it gonna do? I think it's gonna fall. Onyx coin. Same. Bitcoin. Hoo-hoo. Price action, very bearish, isn't it? And moving average, Ethereum, same. NASDAQ, very bearish. Dixie, moving average cross. S&P, bullish, and that's about all. So that's just, yeah, that's basically it. So there were some ideas. Now we have all our charts in order. When I go back to it tomorrow, I will probably put some more levels on the chart, so just maybe just refine them. Let's get them back on actually. Yeah, just refine them, see what's happening, and look for some trades if we've got all the numbers in the right place. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, give it a like. I tried to just give you an honest trader's view of the world. It helps my discipline to talk to you about it. If you want to reach out, you know, I can try and help you or be a trading partner if that's what you would benefit from, if you think. Otherwise, if not, fine. Just keep doing your research. Make sure your discipline is in the right. Make sure you're disciplined with your trading. Never take too much risk. It's just not worth it. And I wish you, as my mentor would say, happy trading. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.